All right, we're in Deuteronomy chapter 33. Look at the title here of this chapter, The Blessing of the Tribes. Exactly what we saw in Genesis 49 about Jacob, the blessing of the tribes. And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of God, blessed the children of Israel before his death. Same thing. All right, there is a lot of information in here, okay? I'm telling you. It's unfortunate that I can only do these short videos because I could really open this up. There's so much here that I always have to hold back because I would never get down the line here. There's just too much information. I want to immediately move here to verse 13. Well, first off, let me just say this. Chapter 33, this being 33, is no accident. The significance for 33, the 33rd degree of Freemasonry, there's a lot of layered meanings, and they all have a validity, but there is only one root. And then from the root we groweth forth the stalk, then groweth forth the branches, then forth the stem, then forth the leaf, and then eventually the fruit, the bud, or the flower. So we have a lot of varying levels of understanding. And then if you just look at each one, you'll think that it's different. The fruit looks different than the twig looks different than the leaf looks different than the stalk. But in reality, they all come from one place. Always go to the root. The root for the meaning of the significance of 33 is tied up to when they crucified Jesus Christ. That's what it's all about. There's 33 degrees of Freemasonry. All of this symbolism for 33 is them symbolizing the death of Jesus Christ, the crucifixion, the destruction of this young lion. And that's what they're trying to tell you. As we move here to verse 13, once again, we're talking about the blessings of Joseph. We're talking, when do these blessings of Joseph come? They come at the 13th Baktun. Remember on the back of the dollar bill when we looked at the pyramid, the Egyptian pyramid on the back of the dollar bill? It has 13 successive levels of rising bricks until we reach that space before the capstone. That's telling you, like I told you, it's the 13th Baktun, all right, which is the end of this current world age, which is both a Hebrew world age and a Mayan world age at the same time. They're saying the same thing. The end of this world age is proceeding before this golden age can happen. This 33 and this 13 are all intricately tied up into these symbolisms. So this 13 is of no accident. All right, we get the beginning blessings of the house of Joseph, which is taking place on the 13th scripture at the 33rd chapter, which is in relation to the killing of Christianity, 33. That's what they're symbolizing. When Christianity goes, the golden age begins. At the end of the 13th Baktun is when we see the blessings of Joseph, the house of Joseph, begin to be recognized by the world as them being the present caretakers or rulers right alongside of the Antichrist. Just like what you see in the kingdom age, we see that the Jews are promised 1,000-year rule right alongside Christ. Well, I'm telling you that that is not about Jesus Christ. It's about the fallen prince of this world coming into the flesh. And for all of those occult, mystery, religion individuals who have worked to bring him about, to bring his dominion about on this world, he has promised them kingdoms. He has promised them to be rulers over top of us. And the 13th, where this starts with Joseph, is exactly symbolizing that. That's the end of the 13th Baktun, this world age, before the golden age starts. It's deep. It's a lot of info. And Joseph, he said, "Blessed of the Lord be his land, for the dew, and for the deep that coucheth beneath, and for the precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things brought forth by the moon. For the chief things of the ancient mountains, and for the precious things of the lasting hills, for the precious things of the earth and the fullness thereof, for the good will of him that dwelt in the bush. Let the blessing come upon the head of Joseph, and upon the top of the head of him that was separated from his brethren. His glory is like the firstlings of his bullock, and his horns like the horns of unicorns. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth. And they are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and are the thousands of Manasseh."